All right, everyone. How are you? Can you hear me? I think you can. The levels look good on this end. I want to make sure because morning. How you doing, Dale? Merlin, what's going on? Okay, so a question was asked about the inside bar entry. I'm doing great. What's going on, Jake? We are just in a holding pattern, Jake. There is nothing going on. Hang on. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Didn't want to blow your ears out there. Sorry. Yeah, quiet day. We have our long positions in LITE and hang on, I'm just messing around with something here. Oh, and TTD. But what I did want to talk about, because there was a question about what the inside bar is. So the inside bar is a on Dale. We put it out on Friday. We got in last week. I believe it was a 56, 57 half. Hang on, let me make sure. Yeah, for 726 expiration. He revalidated it because he put his signal out later in the day. We got filled earlier in the day. All right, cool. Are you in? Are you filled? Okay, well, let's talk about the inside bar really quick. Simple, very simple entry. And as you can see, I have the chart up here. So it is a 3-day chart. One defined by day, let's just call it day one. One is the action bar or the defining bar, and then how do we get in? So what you're looking for are a couple of things. One, and thus the name of the signal, inside bar. I want my highs to be lower than the highs of the day before. I want my lows to be higher than the days before. So this bar is inside of this bar. Once you have that, then you have an inside bar. Now, does that mean that we automatically trigger a buy or a sell off of that? No. There's a couple things that you want to look at. Biggest thing is that you want the Donchian channel to be upward trending, which means that the 20 period lows are higher than what they were before, and the 20 period highs are higher. So if we have a downward trending channel, then we don't want to do that. But here's a perfect case. So we have an inside bar. We have the channel moving higher. Also, these dots here are the average true range stops, which essentially means that it's a measure of what the trend has been over time, where we set it, and it's well below where we would even consider we would be out of this thing very, very quickly if it didn't work. But you don't want your ATR up here. And then also with something like Uber that we're looking at, you want to look at the whole moving average. The whole moving average would be moving up, but we've defined our whole moving average on a longer time frame than Uber has been listed, and that's part of the reason why we're not doing anything in Uber. And I keep looking at it, and I'm thinking about putting a bid out there, but we haven't made that decision. So once you have the inside bar, once you get 1% over the high of the inside bar, that's your trigger to get long. And so it did trigger today. You can see how it's traded back. And is that a potential place to get long? We'll look at it. And if the risk to reward makes sense, then we will. But right now, man, we are comfortably balanced. I like the long positions that we have. Perfectly fine with holding this. If this gets to our price, I'll get long Uber. And it did trigger, and it pulled back from the trigger. So we'll see if anything comes up there. But that's the main thing. Inside bar, 1% up from the high of that bar. Does the Donchian channel agree? Does the ATR? If there was a defined hull, is that going in the same direction? So we'll be looking at this. I think I like how it bounced off of the POC. We'll see. We might put out a long in Uber. All right, any questions on that? On what the inside bar is and what we do with it? With AMD, so the question is with AMD, and remember that this is off of the daily chart. With AMD, so AMD is not that AMD is not bullish. It's not on an inside bar though. Why? Because the lows of Friday are lower than Thursdays. Now, AMD would signal a bullish move for potentially different reasons, mainly because of the swing breakout. Completely different story. It never pulled back enough for us to get in. AMD is absolutely bullish. Everything about it, but we don't buy retail. We buy we don't buy retail. We buy wholesale. We needed AMD to pull back to this area. It didn't. Let me see if I can find some other things that have triggered today from the inside bar standpoint. Or anything else you guys are looking at. All right, nothing else showing up on the scanners. I hate to say it, it's a boring summer Monday. Okay, so that's how the inside bar works. Let me stop the recorder and we'll get that